Oh, hey guys. Welcome to Social Studies Online. Before we get started today, there are things you're definitely going to need, and that is number one, your social studies book, some pens, some pencils. You really need a timer. Remember that I still want you to only be spending, like an hour on social studies. The only problem with what I find with doing our online stuff is that I can't gauge if we need more time for things, and so as a result, maybe I'm going through things a bit too quickly, maybe it's a bit too fast. You can always pause the video, which is a good thing, but a timer will help you kind of keep on track for certain tasks. If you do need more time, you might be able to get in more time, on your next social studies lesson. This is kind of what I think an hour would look like, but the reality might be a lot different, okay? So please make sure you've got a timer. I've got little prompts for when you need to pause the video, put on a timer, and complete a task. If you take a little bit longer, c'est la vie, it doesn't matter too much. You might need spare paper, you might need scissors. Just make sure you've got stuff around you that you can use in a pinch. Hey, yeah, today, a language of the day. I've picked Swedish. Why? Because I couldn't ask somebody coming in the classroom. So, hello in Swedish is pronounced hey or hey, and yeah or yes is pronounced ja. Okay, so hey, ja. So I'm just gonna say hey to everyone, and you can say ja back. I'm gonna put up a little link for like if you're wanting a bit more Swedish, and that might be something you can do if you do get through the task quickly. If you're finding that I'm putting up too much for you to complete, just tag me in a comment on Teams and be like, oh miss, this is too much, I can't do it, and then I'll be like, just do as much as you can, and then as long as you're doing the assessment, like when we come to it, you just do what you can as you usually do in class. Hey, next. Famous explorers. All right, interactive task. Do you recognize any of the explorers up in these images? Any at all? Pause the video now for 1 minute and list who they are from left to right. Okay. I will tell you the answers in class whenever we come back to class, or find out tomorrow. I might give them out tomorrow or in our next lesson. Hey, so our learning objectives today are going to be broken up into like little tasks with different but basically they're dotted throughout our slideshow. So they're just going to be kind of tasks today because we're just kind of doing learning about different dates. So the first thing I want you to write up in your social studies book today is our date and our title, exploration and innovation. So this topic is going to last about 2 weeks. So when we come back to school, that'll be when we're doing like our little test assessment thing. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. Right, so pause here if you need to. During this slideshow, I'm going to actually read through everything. But if you're a fast reader and you know it's easier for you to read than it is to listen, then just pause it, read it, and then move on to the next slide where I will continue talking, but you can just pause it and go through it at your own pace. So number 8, wire. Has anybody had granddad or grandma or like an old person be like, oh yeah, number 8 wire? Okay, and it comes down to when the war was on, and everybody was, it's a bad time when a war is on, right? There's no food, or there's less food. It kind of leads into a recession because there's not enough things being produced, etc. And the term number 8 wire came to represent the ingenuity and resourcefulness of New Zealanders. And the phrase, a number 8 wire mentality, simply means that an ability to create or repair machinery using whatever scrap materials are available on hand. But it's not just machinery. It's also, it's like doing what you can with what you have. It's that number 8 wire mentality. So if you need to make a cake, but you've got no eggs, then you kind of make do without the eggs. Or the same thing if you don't have milk, maybe you'll substitute out water for milk. Okay, so that's simply doing what you can with what you've got. Like how we're doing our online learning now. Alright, tiggy. So I'm going to get you to pause this video, and I want you to read through the men wanted thing. So this is an advertisement that came out in London in 1913. Now a lot of men were like, yeah, hazardous journey. But obviously only a few would have been chosen for this. And Sir Ernest Shackleton is basically the one who has put up that advertisement, and he and he was the one who became really famous after his 1909 expedition to the South Pole. All right, task 1. I want you to rewrite this expedition advertisement, but make it sound more like the laws of today. So, for example, nobody's going to apply these days for something with small wages, bitter cold, long months of complete darkness, constant danger. Like, I doubt maybe you would apply for a job like that. I wouldn't, but that's just me. Hey, so task 1, write how you think this expedition advertisement might be written if it was to meet health and safety laws of today. Hey, I'll give you 5 minutes. And next slide. Make sure you pause things when you need to. Right. This one. So we all know Sir Edmund Hillary, or we should. So I'm just going to leave that up there. I'm not going to read through it because some of them, we know that he climbed Mount Everest and that he was, the first to do so. He's on a $5 note. And he is one of the most famous New Zealanders, kind of all time. All right, so your second task today, pause this, read through this. If you don't already have that, that knowledge of who Edmund Hillary is. If you're into dates, it would be a good idea to copy down those dates. And task 2, research and record 2 other accomplishments Sir Edmund Hillary achieved in his lifetime, and write a brief explanation of each one. Pause the video now. 10 minutes. All right, next. I'm not sure how this is going, guys. Like, just let me know if this is an issue, right? We'll see how it goes. All right. Task 3 today is Kupe. So the Kupe story PowerPoint is going to be up on our class OneNote, how we usually get to things. So just go up on there and find out. And I'll also post, a blank map of New Zealand. So you need to just, like on the New Zealand map, mark these places and then also why they're significant. So So QPS first landing, that's easy. That's like half the work done already. Castle Point, Wellington Harbour, Cook Strait, Queen Charlotte Sounds, and Palliser Bay, which I think that's how that's pronounced. All right, honeys, let me know if this, like, how this video was. This is the first time having to do like an online thing for social studies, and I'm not sure how it's going. I do know that my Japanese classes are a little bit more straightforward, but I'm not sure about how social studies is going to work out just because of all the writing and research. Okay, all right, yeah, that's all for us today, and see you.